Welcome back to Crypto Meets AI. Barry here with an update for you. Do me a favor, friends. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. It really does help the algorithm. Now let's get into this. We're sitting at $3.28, trading within a range of 321 to 332. We need to break through that 333 to 337 resistant range with a lot of volume in order to turn that resistance into support. And here's another well alert for you. A well just scooped up 19 million XRP worth 61 million in a single buy from Upbit. I'm telling you, the elite and the 1% and the wells, they know what's coming. They know something big is coming. And let's go down the old rabbit hole a little bit. The David versus Goliath story. Ripple was never the outsider fighting the U.S. government, but its proxy all along. The lawsuit, the drama, the David versus Goliath story, all smoke and mirrors to let Ripple wire the new financial rails into the world while operating in stealth right here at home. From day one, Ripple's tech was designed for institutions, not hobbyists. Near zero fees, instant settlement, ISO 222 compliance before it was even mandated. This wasn't a garage startup. This was infrastructure engineered to replace Swift, not compete with it. Look at their partners. Federal Reserve pilots in the background, central banks in Bhutan, Palau, and Montenegro, corridors in the Middle East and Asia, ties to U.S. defense, linked banks like BNY Mellon. This is not the footprint of a rogue fintech. This is sanctioned expansion. The SEC lawsuit, the perfect cover. While the headline screamed Ripple in trouble, they quietly signed over 1,700 contracts and NDAs with global financial giants. Every corridor opened abroad under the guise of fleeing the U.S., actually part of the blueprint to bring the rails home later. The controlled opposition model is straight out of the intelligence playbook. Make the target look like a victim, let them build freely overseas, then flip the narrative and reveal the tech as the government's own. By the time anyone realizes, the rails are already in place. Remember RLUSD, Ripple's stablecoin pilot? It's fully U.S. compliant, designed for institutional custody, and plugs directly into XRPL. Once the flip is switched, RLUSD becomes the domestic bridge asset with XRP handling global settlements. Why the secrecy? Because if the public knew the U.S. was laying the foundation for a blockchain-based reserve system, there'd be resistance. Better to make it look like a private company fighting for freedom than to admit the state is replacing the dollar rails in real time. Now here's the curveball. DNA Protocol, a U.S.-linked genomic data project built on XRPL. If the rails move money, they can move any asset, including biodata. Tokenizing DNA means controlling not just finance, but identity itself. Put it together. Ripple builds global rails under opposition cover. The U.S. quietly ensures domestic compatibility. Tokenization expands from money, RWAs, and identity. Control shifts from banking system to the ledger system. Ripple isn't just working with the U.S. government. Ripple is the U.S. government's blockchain arm. The lawsuit was the smokescreen, the expansion was the mission, and the ledger is the new constitution. And I would say they put this plan into effect flawlessly if this is actually true, or if there's any actual truth to this. Think about it. That's crazy. I call Bitcoin a psyop. Hell, if this has any truth to it, XRP and Ripple are probably the biggest psyop of them all. Comment down below and tell me what you guys think. That's pretty crazy. Quantum Computing has reported on Hedera's HBAR collaboration with SealQ Corp on quantum-resistant semiconductors. The report is specially made for members. Quantum Computing merged with Global Quantum Intelligence to become a leading business intelligence firm focused on quantum technology and future risks. The institutions are here, friends. The institutions are here. There's so much bullish news coming out every single day. CEO Tom Farley says the institutional wave in crypto has begun. With regulators now promoting blockchain for its transparency, efficiency, and security, the stage is set. Exactly what XRP has been offering for over a decade.
Saying, hey, what's the path? Because it's feeling more real now. And you have, by the way, you have a head of the SEC who made a comment. Crypto and America have one thing in common: freedom. So you have a regulator who's actively looking to promote blockchain technology because it is more transparent, it's more efficient, it's more secure. So that's the opportunity. The opportunity is enormous. I'm not telling your viewers that's happening overnight, but so if the
that is the great thing about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Let's go over the financial reset phase timeline. Do you guys believe we're in the middle of a financial reset? This is not financial advice. July 2025, phase 1. Legal closures, termination plus memo filing. July 14th, 2025. Hedera ISO 222 implemented. Genius Act signed. Treasury digital asset rails activated. August 2025. Phase 2, public confirmation. Ripple or SEC publicly confirm case closure for media and investors. September to October of 2025. Phase 3, Clarity Act, signed by President Trump. XRP classification non-security, legal shield activated for ETFs, pension, and sovereign allocations. RLUSD, Treasury Digital Dollar, backed one-to-one dollar deposits in treasuries, live on XRPL, sovereign-grade liquidity, tokenizes U.S. debt global deployment, real-time FX agnostic, no middleman cross-border finality, institutional pay, XRP moves RLUSD quantum-grade rail. Quarter 3 2025, Phase 4, institutional onboarding. Banks, ETF, DTCC, SWIFT trials begin. Institutions can legally deploy capital. November 2025, Phase 5, liquidity injection. Ripple Liquidity Hub, ODL expansion. November 22, 2025, SWIFT ISO 222 world deadline. RV estimate date not released. Tokenized debt meets tokenized gold. Repricing gold, world financial reset. Rebuild trust, preserve the republic. December 2025, Phase 6, ETF activation. XRP spot index ETF approval. Tether and shadow banks endgame. Genius, offshore liquidity shutdown. Clarity Act, SEC DOJ greenlight. RLUSD, compliant liquidity trap. Capital, shadows, and sovereign rails. XRP connects tokenized dollars, gold, FX rails, and commodities. NDA's disclosure. Dry dark pools, supply shock. Quarter 1 2026 to Quarter 4 2026. Phase 7, the world financial reset. XRP, world reserve currency. XDC, world trade finance. XLM, unbanked P2P revolution. HBAR, quantum data security. Quant, network infrastructure. IOTA, Internet of Things war rail. SHX, ACH grade. Flare, DeFi Oracle. DAG, military data security. ZBCN, instant payroll, and ADA, self-governance. Algo, NGO, retail tokenization, and XPR, Fed wildcard. Remember, if you hold any of these cryptos that I believe is going to be life-changing for anyone that has them, not your keys, not your crypto. I can't overstate that enough. I had to learn the hard way back in 2022 when FTX went belly up and Three Arrows Capital went belly up. And that made Voyager go belly up. And I lost a lot of money. Why? Because not your keys, not your crypto. The 21 shares XDC network ETP is now available on 6 Swiss Exchange, one of Europe's leading regulated stock exchanges, known for connecting global investors to innovative assets. Keep on saying it. The institutions are here. I thought we should go over the phases that lead up to alt season. We are now in early phase 2. Phase 3 is when XRP moons. It can happen at any moment now. Phase 1, money flows into Bitcoin. Phase 2, Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flippening. Phase 3, large caps. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin, and large caps are going parabolic. Phase 4, large caps have gone full vertical, and we're seeing blow-off tops. Mid caps, low caps, micro caps all tend to pump around the same time. Large caps have been outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. It seems every coin is going parabolic regardless of fundamentals. Memes are everywhere. Everyone is super excited, and you feel that euphoria. If it's like a normal 4-year cycle, it all comes crashing back down. But I don't believe that's going to happen this time. I believe utility is going to kick in, and that's going to create a super cycle, and you're going to see those utility coins keep on going up and probably not come back down. They cannot have huge volatility while they're moving mega amounts of value and money. We're going to go ahead and present the receipts. For years, cryptocurrencies were not part of ISO 222. The standard was built for banks, not digital assets. That changed when the digital token identifier, the DTI, was created. It is an official ISO standard known as ISO 24165 for registering digital assets. XRP has its own DTI. This is what allows XRP to appear in ISO 222 payment messages. Without DTI, crypto could not be formally recognized in the standard. With it, XRP can be referenced natively and compliantly. These documents show it. XRP's ISO 222 links runs through its DTI. Well, that's what I have for you, folks. Until next time, stay savvy, stay stacking, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. And if you want more crypto deep dives, check out our videos right here on Crypto Meets AI. Thank you for watching. Remember to always do your own research. This is not financial advice.